The women at the very top, they're not just doing the everyday basic habits and routines, drinking their water, making their bed that everyone else is doing. There are small, unexpected habits they do differently that sets them apart. And that's what we're going to discuss and study today. And we're going to start with something called seed cycling, because the top 1% of women know how to work with their hormones, not against them. Like, it took me way too long in life to realize that women's hormones really have a huge impact on our energy, on our mood, on any given day. And if you're just winging it, on some days you could really be riding against the current. So this is a chart that I use and kind of live by. Depending on where I'm at in my cycle, I strategically pick my activities, my workouts. I plan my life around this, and specifically something I started doing to just help ride the wave more smoothly: seed cycling. It used to be kind of complicated, but now it's made easy because they have these super seed blends, and all you need to do, there's 2 different blends depending if you're in the first half of your cycle or the second half of your cycle, and you just put a tablespoon or 2 in your smoothie, in your oatmeal every day. And these have natural omega-3s, omega-6s, amino acids, fiber, healthy fat, like all of the good things we need for our hormones to be functioning at their optimal level. Because the better we feel, the better we're able to take on the world, which leads me to the next habit of the top 1%. And that is they prioritize their internal health as much as their external health and beauty, specifically starting with the gut. And that is, I think, the most overlooked aspect of our overall health, because 70% of our immune system lives in the gut. This is affecting digestion, immunity, overall health and wellness and energy and functioning. So for me, top priority of all of the supplements that I take is my Symbiotic Plus. So this is a probiotic, the Ritual Symbiotic Plus. I am a long-term partner with Ritual, and the top 1%, they invest in their health and they have high standards. And Ritual actually currently is doing their high standards sale 40% off, you guys. Like, that is the biggest discount that they offer. But what makes this so special and unique is that it has the prebiotics, the probiotic, and the postbiotic, and it's shelf stable. And it dissolves in the lower part of your intestine, so your body can actually absorb all of the good, beneficial bacteria. And for me personally, I notice my energy and my skin look so much better. This is a holy grail, every single day must have for me. And I would literally pause this video right now, use my link, and get the Ritual Symbiotic Plus for 40% off. They have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So try it for a few weeks. If you don't believe me, try it for a few weeks, see how you feel. Like, the biggest difference, the biggest selling point in this for me is just how amazing I feel when I take it. I also take their Hyacera skin care, like skincare from the inside out, and Ritual is all third-party tested. All of their ingredients are traceable, and it is just the premium quality supplements on the market, but specifically gut health is overall health. So again, I'm going to have my link and discount code down in the description box. Next, the top 1% of women, they are constantly learning and growing and evolving. And this is something I feel so strongly about. You guys know how I love to read, but I'm really trying to push myself more to expand my horizons of the things that I just naturally am gravitating to, because that's where the progress is, when you are challenging yourself. So I'm reading the classics now because there's a reason why they're classics. There are themes and philosophical questions and life commentary that you just don't get anywhere else. And it's like blowing my mind. And so a couple little tips I have for this, as somebody who is very passionate about constantly learning: make it a habit, if you can, to read for 20 minutes before bed, or you can do 10 minutes with your morning coffee, 10 minutes before bed. And what I'm doing is every third book I read now is a classic, and every 50 to 100 pages, I'm actually having discussions about what's happening in the book. So I feel like I'm really absorbing it, understanding it, I'm taking notes, but I'm finding it so fascinating. I think sometimes when we think of classics, we think, oh, I was forced to read that in high school. But when you go back and you look at it with a fresh set of eyes, like I'm reading The Brothers Karamazov now, And it is making me rethink morality, society, justice. Like, it's so compelling. So there's that. The other thing, a little bit easier and more fun to do, is as you're doing your mindless activity, you can go on YouTube and put on a video on whatever topic interests you. Maybe it's art history. I went through and I was learning about all of the greatest scientific minds of all time. Then I started getting into quantum physics, which I know that sounds very dense, but it's so interesting. And then when you're out here in the world, it elevates you, because they say small minds discuss people and gossip. Great minds are discussing ideas. Hot girls are smart. And if you can be hot and smart, you are setting yourself ahead of 99%. The top 1% engage in strategic solitude. That's what I call it. You don't always need to be surrounded by people, by noise, by constant stimulation. Not only can you be quiet, but you can be at peace and happy with yourself, because that's where it all starts, right? So something that I've been doing to try to be better at this is I will do like a solo Saturday, is what I call it, or a solo Sunday, a date with myself, where I am filling my own cup. I am doing the things that make me the happiest by myself. I don't need anyone else there. I'll bring my book with me, or sometimes I'll listen to nice music as I'm out. And it has been so fun. And at first it was a little challenging to do. Specifically, go to the farmer's market and pick up fresh, healthy vegetables and fruits. And it's just such a fun experience. And this kind of goes into the next one, how to emotionally regulate. They're not over here blowing up, cursing people out. They can maintain their composure, their calmness, and their reaction. And this is something that has been a lifelong struggle for me, but I've recently learned some new tips, just staying calm and classy no matter what the situation is, because whoever stays the most calm wins in any scenario in life. The only way that I have managed to get better at this in life is learning to pause before reacting. Even if that means you need to physically leave the environment, say, hey, I need to use the restroom, oh, I'll be right back, whatever excuse you need to make. If you can pause those moments between experiencing something upsetting and reacting, that is where all of the power lies. My life rule is wait 24 hours before sending any type of message or email that is negative in nature. Just sit on it. Just sit on your reaction and try to remain cool, calm, composed. And this kind of goes into the next one, confidence. A couple things you can do. Watch how you talk about yourself. Like, don't make self-deprecating comments. If somebody compliments you, just say thank you. Have high standards and high boundaries for yourself. Don't be afraid to say no. I'm really trying to focus on posture, because your posture and your body language conveys confidence so much more sometimes than even what you're verbally saying. And I used to be such a people pleaser, and I was so bad at saying no. So now I say, oh, I'll get back to you, because it gives me time. And you don't have to give an excuse. You can say, sorry, I'm not available. You don't have to say why. You don't have to over-explain yourself. I think sometimes as women, we were kind of taught to be pleasers. We were taught to take care of everyone else. And so it is sometimes intentional that you need to focus on yourself, being obsessed with yourself, filling your own cup, loving yourself. And the last and newest, and one of my favorite habits of the top 1% that I started implementing, is celebrating your daily wins and daily gratitude. They recently did a mind study, and they found that the most powerful, energetic emotion is not love. I think that's like the first guess. It is gratitude and authenticity. And a tangible way that I do this, there's an app called Gratitude Journal. You can link it up with your friends and family, and you write your daily entries of things that you are grateful for. You take pictures of things you're grateful for, or your small wins of the day. When you are in a state of gratitude, you're not only in the present moment, but you're not wanting anything in the world, and you get more of what you are grateful for. And I'm extremely grateful for all of you guys who are still watching me. And also, if you have seen me talk about Ritual over the years and you have not yet tried it, this is the time. 40% off. And again, they have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So try the Symbiotic Plus. My link is going to be down below. You can click the link, get 40% off, and see how amazing you feel. Gut health is overall health and wellness. and 70% of your immune system lives in your gut. Cold and flu season is starting. So it's just such a great staple supplement that I take every single day of my life. I could not recommend it more. So with all of that said, thank you as always so much for watching, and I will see you soon with a new video.